And good afternoon again, and welcome in here to TSSR Game Time Live as we are getting ready for the varsity side of things here this afternoon. And like I said again, welcome in here as we bring you game action here on TSSR Game Time Live. Glad you're alongside us as we come to you via several of our very fine sponsors here today. And we'll have our things going here in just a moment as
If I may have your attention, please. The world of sports often produces individuals who inspire and unite communities. Reese Ramsey, a freshman standout basketball player, epitomized that spirit with her contagious energy and remarkable talent. Tragically, her promising life was cut short in a car crash that shocked her teammates, friends, and the Saki Nation. As we reflect on Reese's life and legacy, it becomes clear how much she means to those around her and the profound impact she made in her short time. Our prayers go out to Reese's family and the entire Saki Nation. At this time, I ask you to remember Reese with a moment of silence. Thank you.
good afternoon and welcome to West Prairie Junior Senior High School for this afternoon's matchup between the Western Wildcats and your West Prairie Cyclones. And at this time, gentlemen and ladies, please remove your hats. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem by West Prairie's Timmy Todd, a junior off the cheerleading squad.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now let's meet the starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting Western Wildcats wearing red and the visiting team on the scoreboard. Number 22, Noah Fessler. Number 12, Orion Bowen. Number 15, Dylan Ross. Number 23, Isaac Covington. And number 32, Damian Orr. The Wildcats are coached by Reese Dunker, assisted by Joey Fessler, Lloyd Phillips, and Corey Dunker. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time to meet the starting lineup for your West Prairie Cyclones. Number 32, Ryan Clark. Number 35, Eli D. Counter. Number 10, Matt Whitman. Number 11, Braden Copeland. And number 5, Caden Little. Cyclones are coached by Ian Conkling, assisted by Sam DeCounter. Officials for tonight, Chris Alt-Gilbert, Barry Sheen, and Perry Ellingbo. Good luck to both teams this evening. Goodness, the hats I wear around here, I tell you. And we are ready here to get things underway. And tip is up, going to be controlled by the Western Wildcats. Glad you're alongside for TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And the Wildcats working around here, dribbling in, shot on the way, no good by Fessler. And the Cyclones will come out of there with it. Braden Copeland will bring it up here for West Prairie, going to be matched up man-on-man by Isaac Covington. It's a screen, and we've got the illegal screen whistled on Caden Little. A little too aggressive with that screen there, so we'll turn it over to Fessler and the Wildcats. Fessler working it up here, holds, comes out on the corner to Covington. Covington in the lane. Tried to swing the pass in there, stolen away by Clark. Clark in a hurry up the court, driving in, lays it up, lays it in, and good. And you'll hear me say it once or twice. You'll hear me say it a lot. That's a Ryan Clark play. As he comes over, brings it Fessler, going to work it around for into Covington. Down in the paint, shot is no good. As off the mark there is Orr. Eli DeCounter going back the other way. He'll miss. Rebound snapped up there by Bowen, and we'll have a foul. Caden Little making the most of his opportunities. Picks up 2 quick fouls on this senior day. And now Brody Cordell will come in. Caden Little out for the Cyclones. And Western will have a chance again. 2-0 the lead here. As they work it, looking in the paint, cannot find Orr in there. Back out top and bouncing for Bowen. Bowen holds it above his head to Covington, back to Bowen. Bowen thought the 16-footer, pulls it down, drives on Copeland, shoots shot, no good, rebound tip, and then Clark able to scoop it up. Clark bursting ahead, drives up, puts it up, and puts it in. 4-0 lead here for the Cyclones. As they'll work it out top here, Fessler with it. Holds, puts up the long 3, no good, and the rebound bounced around. He's going to pick it back up, dribbles in, spins to Orr, out to Covington. Covington waiting for somebody to come to him, and now Fessler will come out and work it here. Bring it in to Orr. Orr out for Clark. Clark quickly up to Braden Copeland. Copeland in the lane. Layup. Got it. Yes! And it counts. And so he'll make first 2 of the game, or his first 2. And we'll have a timeout called here as Western not happy with the outcome so far. We're going to take this timeout. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
McDonough District Hospital provided such quality health care for us. As we delivered our first child, it was a no-brainer for us to come back for the delivery of our second, and we're very excited to have such a great staff that will be here for us. We could have walked in with the clothes on our back and they would have had everything that we need, which I think is very important for the community.
The facilities are fantastic, state of the art, just put us at ease knowing that anything that she needed we were going to be able to get, and we couldn't ask for anything more.
Back here is the Wildcats. Their coach, Reese Dunker, was not too happy with how they have come out here. 6-0 lead for the Cyclones. And Braden Copeland up at the free throw line. Copeland sets himself at the free throw line. On the way and got it. Third point in the game here for Aiden Copeland. Makes it a 7-0 West Prairie advantage. Fessler going to bounce it up. Swinging to Covington. Now over for Ross. Dylan Ross. Hold on here. Coming to Covington. Covington in the lane. He'll put it up. Miss the shot. Rebound or had it. And then tapped out of his hands by Brody Cordell. That'll bring it back over to West Prairie. Copeland into Whitman. Matt Whitman. Walking it up. Looking for his milk. Comes to Eli to counter. He'll fake on Bowen. Bounce it down for Clark. Clark in. Got it in a foul. Or, well, got the foul anyway. That is on Orr. His first, team third already. Or team second, I should say. A little ahead of myself. Free throw up, no good. Well, Clark already off to a fast start with 5 points. Second one is good. And so makes it 8-0 here, West Prairie, as Fessler comes back the other way, looking in at Orr. Finds Covington. Cyclones doing a nice job of covering him up there. Bowen fakes, dribbles down. Bounces to Ross. Ross 3 on the way. No good. And out of there with it comes to counter. Eli to counter, getting it, and then Ross going to commit the personal from behind. That's one of those you always tell kids, don't compound the mistake. You miss a shot and then commit a foul. Inbounds to Matt Whitman. Over to counter, out top for Clark. Passing over for Whitman. Whitman looking to drive lane. Shoot shot, too hard off the back of the rim. Cordell with it. He'll put it up, miss it. Clark the rebound. He'll fake. Shoot, won't go. Cordell there for the board. Puts it up and puts it in. 10-0 Cyclone lead here. We saw them sprint out pretty fast last night. See if they can do it again here. Although Unity chipped their way back in. Fessler into Bowen. Bowen, a bounce. Out to Ross. Ross fakes, and 3 seconds on Bowen. Smoke for the smoke from the campfire got him. And now subbing in will be Brendan Miller. Cyclones back to the lead. 10-0 they lead here. 4-minute mark of this first quarter play. Whitman has it kicked by Fessler. And Eli to counter will trigger it in. Just in front of the Western bench. Lobs in the backcourt to Whitman. Whitman. He'll walk it on the way. Matt Whitman. Slowing, bouncing to Clark. Clark in for Whitman. Whitman lays it up and lays it in. And the Cyclones have put up a 12 spot to get this underway here. 3:50 left to go. First quarter. Back they'll come. Fessler working. Bowen wanted him to get the lob. Now Fessler in the lane, lays it up, and gets fouled. I believe that's on Eli to counter. As Western trying to get themselves on the scoreboard here. Free throw on the way is good. Raises the second one. And it is no good. The rebound tipped around. Fessler got it back. Trying to get himself out of trouble. Dribbles. Puts it up. Puts it in and good. So makes it 12-3. Back will come Matt Whitman out to Copeland. Copeland holding here. Guarded out there by Miller. They lob it down for Clark. He has it swatted away from behind. Then touched it and lost it out of bounds. So back to Western it goes. West Prairie got out to a pretty quick start last night. before Unity would chip their way back in. Cyclones held on and took it to Fessler in the corner. He'll drive on to counter, and to counter going to whistle for his second, a blocked foul. And that is going to bring a decision for Coach Ian Conklin. 3:07 left to go first quarter. Eli to counter with already his second. Inbounds to Bowen. Bowen driving, spinning, puts up shot and got it. So the Wildcats with 5 back real quick. Makes it 12-5, 7-point lead here for West Prairie as Matt Whitman dribbles to Cordell over to Copeland. Copeland with Miller draped all over him in the lane to Clark, and has it swatted out of bounds. Covington comes back in, or sits for Western. Clark lobbing it inbounds to DeCounter. DeCounter to Copeland. Out to DeCounter. Bounces over to Matt Whitman on the pass, over to the near side, out to Clark. Go through his hands. DeCounter gathers it back in. Drives lane, lays it up, hit the underside of the rim. One for Mr. Castleberry. 12-5 here, 2:25 left to go. And Ross holds it out top. 2-3 zone put on here by the Cyclones. In the lane to Bowen, and he dribbled it off the foot of Brody Cordell. They said he did not. Whitman heads up, 12-5 lead here now. They come to DeCounter. DeCounter gives, waits. Comes to Clark to Whitman. Whitman thought the three, put it down as Fessler jumped at him. Cordell over to Copeland. Copeland wheeling around, Covington chasing him, and has it picked away. Here comes Fessler. Fessler going 1-on-2, and Ryan Clark able to grab it out of there. We'll have a foul going back the other way. Copeland ready to bring it in. Minute 53 left to go first quarter. Orr back in. Fessler out for West Prairie. And now here comes Copeland. Copeland dribbling it up here. Gets a screen, dribbling in the lane, turns and hands off to the counter. Wheeling away from a screen by Clark. Whitman trying to, and we've got an illegal screen on Brody Cordell. That'll be the 5th on the team, so any more fouls on West Prairie, and it'll be free throws for Western. Ross brings it up here. Looks to Bowen. Bowen, they're setting a high-low post set. Cross courts it. Miller, a fake. And double dribbled with it. Fessler going to check back in. He'll replace Ross for Western. And the Cyclones bring it in. Minute 22 left to go here first quarter. 12-5 lead. Copeland trying to get a screen from Cordell. Drives down the lane, puts it up, and puts it in. 5 in a game for Braden Copeland now. As Fessler comes back, it is 14-5 West Prairie. Down in the corner, Fessler open for 3. He'll put it up. Won't go, and Miller chasing down the rebound in the corner. Covington actually kind of took it away from him. And out it comes. They bring it back to Fessler. Fessler drives hard to the lane, shoots shot, gets it to roll home. Noah Fessler makes it a 14-7 advantage. As they come back here, Cyclones bring it up to Copeland. Copeland near side. Wheels out around, comes down, comes over to Cordell. Cordell back to Copeland with 27 seconds left. Clark down in the corner for Eli to counter. His 15-footer is good. And the Cyclones make it 16-7. Wildcats have 10 seconds to work it here. As Fessler brings it to Miller. Miller looking down for Bowen. Bowen puts up the 3. It is long. Rebound chased by Fessler. Fessler going to do something with it. Covington out top to Miller. His 3, no good. And at the end of one quarter play, it is 16-7. Cyclones leading here as we head to the second quarter play. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
Oh, hey there. Didn't see ya. Jerry D from Mr. D on Amazon Prime. I'm just way out here, painting, with my thoughts. It's where I come to breathe and let everything just flow onto my canvas. But I'm not alone. I'm out here with the GigaSpire Blast. Keeps my connectivity strong, so I have no interruptions. So I can watch and I can paint freely, no distractions and no interruptions. Bye for now.
This West Prairie game stream made possible by McDonald Telephone's fiber internet. Buffering means suffering, so kick slow Wi-Fi to the curb and connect your own via MTC's fiber internet to get blazing fast Wi-Fi with speeds up to 1 gig. Sign up online at mtcfiber.net. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. Whitman with it in the corner for West Prairie. They call out the play BYU. Copeland pulls up 3, no good. And Covington the rebound. And off in the hands of Fessler they go. Fessler walks it up to Ross. In the lane, nobody picked up Orr, so he had an easy turn, catch, and shoot. And cuts the lead down to 16-9. Just underway here in the second quarter, down to the 7-minute mark as Copeland dribbles in. And a foul on the floor. Foul going to be whistled on Miller. Eli to counter in, Brody Cordell. So it is Ruger Olson, Matt Whitman, Ryan Clark, Eli to counter, and Braden Copeland on the floor for West Prairie. Copeland with it in the corner. His 3 is up and no good, and he gets fouled on the block out. Copeland will be at the free throw line to shoot. First one is good. So makes the first. Second one, no good. Copeland puts the Cyclones up 17-9 and makes the third. So 18-9. And on the inbounds, Copeland with a steal, goes up, puts it up, fouled again. As Bowen commits the personal, that is the third already on Western. In the second quarter, Copeland up with it. Copeland at the line, free throws good. So makes it 19-9. Second one is good. Cyclones lead by 11, 20-9. Ross with it in the backcourt, nearly had it batted away. It'll be Western ball. Bowen will bring it in. It is Bowen, Covington, Fessler, Ross on the floor. As they bring it to Ross in the corner. Up to Bowen, his 3 no good. Rebound, Covington tried to tap it out. And Matt Whitman was there to get a hold of it. 6.5, clock rolling in this second quarter. 20-9, the Cyclones work here. Coming over to Copeland. Copeland going to drive lane, goes up, has it blocked. And Covington out of there with it. Over to Bowen. Bowen driving down and coming to Orr. Orr's quick shot, no good. Rebound tipped to Ross. And Ross has his pocket picked. Copeland in the lane, shoots shot, won't go. Matt Whitman the rebound, fight for it. Clark has it, and now Ross out of there with it. Olson going to commit the personal. Ruger Olson with the personal foul. 6:08 left to go here, second quarter play. Fessler walking it up. Over to Ross. Ross in the cross courts for Covington to Bowen. He'll pull up 16-footer and get it. It's 20 to 11. 9-point lead here as Copeland brings it over to Eli DeCounter. DeCounter had a shot, didn't know that he realized how open he was. As Copeland holds on out there, they try to double him up. Clark over to Whitman. Matt Whitman, three on the way. That's a sports corner three for Matt Whitman. And it's up to a 23 to 11 advantage. Back come the Wildcats looking to load Orr. Ross in the paint as it's swatted out of bounds. Cordell back in. Ruger Olson out. Ross into Orr, up to Covington, over to Bowen. Bowen, shake and bake, shoots shot, won't stick, and Eli DeCounter down with the rebound. Out to Copeland. Copeland over to Ryan Clark. He'll put up the sports corner three and hit it. Timeout called by Western. They want to talk it over. We will as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974, Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area, and as a customer, they'll take care of you. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121 today. Pawn Plus, proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pawn Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They provide on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. And great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games. Look at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb. Bowen traveled with it. 26 to 11, the Cyclones lead it here. As they try to work to Braden Copeland, that one goes through his hands and out of bounds. 26 to 11. Inbounds to Fessler. Fessler works it up. Bounce in the lane to Orr. Orr almost lost the hand on it. I always tell you, don't bring it down low for the big guys. Bowen fakes, shoots shot, won't go. Rebound fought for, scrum for it, and Whitman out of there with it. Copeland 1-on-4. Shoots shot and rolls it home. Brayton Copeland able to get that one to go. And back, they'll come the other way. Orr shoots shot, no good. Clark up for the rebound. Copeland in a hurry the other way, lost the hand on it, turns it over, out of bounds. Whitman going to apply a little pressure. They bring it to Covington. Hands off to Fessler. 28 to 11, Cyclones lead it here. They're trying to get it down to Orr. Bring in to Bowen. Bowen, he'll drive lane and then run into Covington. They're going to whistle a foul on Clark. That'll be the second on the Cyclone team. And on Clark, that'll be his first. Ross bringing inbounds. Gets it back. As Whitman chasing Fessler all over the court. Tried to bring it in the lane. Eli to counter the steal. Braden Copeland bringing it up. Drives, missed the lay-in. Copeland, or to counter the rebound, puts it up and puts it in. And we've got a timeout called here. 30 to 11, a 19-point lead for the Cyclones. Right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process.
The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
And we are back here. Coach Dunker not happy with his charges. Now, Coach Ian Conkling very happy with his so far here. 19-point lead, 30-11. As they try to build some momentum for regionals. Beat Unity last night in a close one and trying to take this one home here. Welcome into TSSR Game Time Live. Glad triple header coverage. Subtitled, Greg gets to do basketball all day. And I don't mind that, folks. As coming here, a couple substitutions in. Brendan Miller checking in. Also in is Dwight Flint for Western. And Coach Dunker not happy at all. Riley Kendrick in as well. Miller, three on the way. Airballed it. Rebound, no. And Kendrick tried to save it in to counter out of there with it. Off to Whitman. We'll go the other way. 3.5 left to go here, second quarter of play. Matt Whitman over to DeCounter. DeCounter dribbling. Spinning in the paint. Shoot shot. Won't go off glass. And the rebound pulled down there by Fessler. Fessler pushes it up here to Flint. Flint trying to bounce in as Copeland knock it back. Cyclones have played ferocious defense here so far. As Flint motioning a little traffic. Walks it up now. Has Kendrick in the high post. Can't get it to him. Goes to Miller. Miller waiting for Covington to come over. Come out to Flint. He'll fake the three. Out to Miller. Miller in the lane. Covington looking at Fessler real quick and swinging it out to Miller. Miller thought about three. Said no. Now comes to Fessler. Back to Miller. Miller spots another three. It's no good. And Copeland the rebound. Braden Copeland looking up the court, dribbles up, shoots shot, no good. And the rebound out of there with it to Whitman. Whitman tries the three, got it. Another Sports Corner three for Matt Whitman. And it's a 22-point lead, 33-11. Flint bouncing down to Miller. Miller in the corner for Covington. Working around there, and I don't know what Miller was doing. He just basically took off. And they shook those feet, took off, 33-11, 22-point lead here for the Cyclones. With 2 minutes left to go here in this second quarter play, I'll head us toward halftime. Olsen setting a pick, Copeland down the lane, gets it in good. 35-11. Cyclones really blowing this wide open, and that one tipped out of bounds by Clark. They have played really good defense here so far. Miller bringing it in to Kendrick. Out of Fessler. Fessler dribbling down, pulls up, and will get bumped and fouled by, I believe, Matt Whitman. And Whitman will pick up his first personal foul. The ball out of bounds. They say it was on the floor. Out it comes to Flint. Flint over to Fessler. Fessler working here with 1:40 left to go here first half. Flint toes up the three. It's short. Rebound Fessler down with it over to Miller. Miller goes up, missed the shot. I think he made that a little harder than it needed to be. Orr's going to check back in along with Ross. Flint and Covington will go out for Western. And now Braden Copeland will dribble it up here. Looking for a pick from Clark. Coming to the far side to Whitman. Whitman wheeling around over to DeCounter. DeCounter, top of the key, pulls up for the three. Got it! Sports Corner threes raining here in this second quarter. And the Cyclones lead at 38-11. opened up a 27-point lead. Fessler working for Western. And they're going to whistle, I think, Ruger Olson with a foul, but Cyclones are really shooting the outside shot well today. Brody Cordell and Caden Little will check in for West Prairie. 58 seconds left to go first half. Eli to counter and Ruger Olson go out. Miller looking into Orr over to Ross. Back for Miller. Miller in the corner. Dribbling, and I think either Clark or Little, is Little picking up the foul. That could be the 5th team foul, so Western will step up to the free throw line. Miller. Yes, Bowen will check in here in just a moment. 38-11, Cyclones lead here. Free throw on the way, it is good. He will replace the shooter in a moment. Second one on the way, it is good. So makes a pair and cuts the lead to 38-13. And we'll have a timeout here by the Cyclones, full timeout here. We will take a timeout as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
It's hard to stop a train.
And once again, the old guy got a little bit distracted there as I was looking at watching something else. And that happens from time to time. Having slow and reliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2025. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to McDonough, Henderson, Hancock County area. Visit mtccrowdfiber.com. Check your availability. Little with it. On top there, trying to come to Copeland, threw it away, turns it over. And so back will come Western. Into Bowen. Bowen waiting for Fessler. Gets it to him. He'll dive toward the hole. And Caden Little picks up the personal. As I said, making the most of his senior day here. He's picked up his 4th personal. Ruger Olson will check in. And they're doing a little cleanup of the perspiration. Making sure everything all clean up there. As Fessler hit the deck, he'll be up at the free throw line to shoot 2. Free throw a little hard off the rim, no good. And we'll ready the second one. And no good as well. Rebound tipped. Orr gets it. Bowen out there with it. Over to Fessler. Fessler driving lane. Scoots through. Missed it. Got his own rebound. And then out it comes to Kendrick. Kendrick looking for Ross. Ross going to set it up here. 20 seconds left in the half. Kendrick down to Orr. Orr puts it up and in. So Orr able to put it in and cuts it to 38-15. Cyclones up with it. They're going to work for 1 here. 7 seconds with 6. Fessler doing his best to keep hold of Copeland. Copeland, that one a little bit short. Now they'll bring it in. Into Ross. Ross will fling it at the buzzer. No good at the end of the first half of play. 38-15, the lead here for The West Prairie Cyclones here at home on this senior day will step aside. This is TSSR Game Time Live. We'll be back with the second half in about 10 minutes right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
And welcome back. I'm here with Emily Alden now. And Emily, patient advocate, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
That sounds like a title that encompasses a whole lot. Let's first put it in simple words if you can, and then we'll kind of go in depth a little bit.
Yes, as the patient advocate, there is a lot to do in the role, but it's a fantastic opportunity. So generally speaking, I will help patients. I will talk about the service that they have here and just in general measure the patient experience for the entire organization.
Well, speaking of knowing the entire organization, kind of the theme has been everybody knows everybody at MDH because you're a smaller rural hospital, even though MDH offers a lot. You literally have to probably know everybody or most everybody because you need to know what each thing's going to happen if that patient's dealing with it.
Yes, that's very true. When I first stepped into the role about a year ago, it was really an interesting and fantastic opportunity to get to know all of the departments, how they work together and individually, and just to see the well-oiled machine.
Well, patient care, obviously, at a hospital is key. You're a key part of that. What is it about patient care at MDH that makes MDH special?
Service excellence internally to provide the best patient care is top of mind here for all of our staff across every single level, every single department, and the organization as a whole. It's a big focus. So we make sure that we take care of our patients and that they have the best experience possible. We're very open to feedback. We always want to improve in areas that we can improve. So we always have open ears. We always appreciate the feedback that we receive.
You are working with all departments. And when a patient comes in, let's say they come into the ER and then they come to ICU and then they go to the floor, your job kind of is to let the patients know what you can do, right? Or what you offer, or what they can do. Am I missing that? Is that correct?
Yes, actually our case management department is instrumental with that side of things. Every once in a while I'll step in and just check in on patients, see how their experience overall is going, to collect that feedback and see if we can implement any changes to make it even better.
So you deal with patients in so many different departments, and really they can go all the way from getting here in the ER to physical therapy on the way out, right?
Yes, absolutely. So MDH has a lot to offer our patients. So while you're here, if you're just running in for some outpatient tests, whether it's lab work or visiting our radiology department, convenience clinic, visiting your primary care provider over at MDH Family Clinic, emergency room, labor and delivery. There are so many different departments that work so well together, and our team is a family. The organization in itself is a family, and so everybody does a great job at trying to understand what departments do that aren't their own, so that way we can make it a seamless experience for our patients.
Well, and then as a patient advocate, right, you just kind of all that together and look at it, right, and then see, as patient A comes through, what can we do to make patient B, who might follow them, a little bit better next time?
Absolutely.
So as you do that, what kind of things do you look for? I mean, what I would imagine with MDH, as it continues to improve, you start looking for smaller things, right? So the obvious things are maybe gone. So then you start looking at little things to make the sometimes the worst experience of their life, right, a little bit better as they work through.
Yes, most definitely. So you never know what kind of day somebody's having when they walk through our doors, and you don't know what they're necessarily here for. So it's important to keep an open mind and take a look at what can we ask them that's specific to their experience. Why are they here? Comfort them and make sure that we ask the right questions so that we can purposefully pull out information that we can work on.
Yeah, and I think we've talked a lot about different things from different people. You're, besides Bill, the CEO, you're the one person that kind of helps with, like, it gets your hands in a little bit of everything as far as the patient is concerned. Everybody's talked about it being a family, and you've even mentioned it being a family. Does the fact that everybody knows everybody as far as employees, from the CEO down to the CNAs, does that kind of make your job a little bit easier?
Absolutely. When you're a family, you care about each other, and we are all here for one purpose, and that is to provide the best experience for our patients that we possibly can. So when you are a tight-knit family, it's just great to be, we're a community, a family, a community, and we are here to serve our patients. And when everybody has that one purpose, it's a great feeling.
Well, Emily, I appreciate you stopping and talking to us, and keep fighting for the patients.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
We'll be back after this.
And we're back here getting ready to get this third quarter play underway here. And don't forget, we've got more for you. Kind of a buy two, get one free, as we'll have regional action coming up immediately following this one, as we will have the Cyclones taking on the Payson-Seymour Lady Indians. That will be coming up immediately after this one. As the Cyclones lead it here 38-15 at the half. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. Thanks for turning us on as we continue to go along here. And thank you to April Smith. Sorry, I just caught that. Colin Forbes is actually number 2. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. That was a mistake on my roster. Bowen with it now, brings it into Riley Kendrick. Kendrick out to Ross, joined by Orr and also by Fessler. Shot no good, and the rebound pulled out of there by the Cyclones. Matt Whitman brings it up. Over for DeCounter. DeCounter out for Copeland. Braden Copeland, 3 on the way, no good. And Matt Whitman down with it, back to Copeland. Copeland driving lane. Spins it out to Whitman, up to Copeland. He'll put the 3 up. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Orr. Orr dribbling, or gives it to Fessler. Fessler dribbling here. Comes over for Ross. Down in the paint for Orr. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped around. And Kendrick and Clark banging around a little bit there. It'll be Western basketball. 7-minute mark here of this third quarter play. Inbounds to Kendrick. Kendrick a few back to Bowen. Out to Ross. He'll spot the 3. Misses it. And Fessler corrals it in the corner. Off to Bowen. Bowen sets it up down here. Swinging over to Ross. Ross bouncing in the lane for Kendrick. His shot good. So the Wildcats get on the board first in this second half of play, make it 38-17. With 6:40 left to go here, third quarter. Clock rolling over to Copeland. Copeland puts up the 3, no good. And a rebound pulled out of there by, Orr had it, and Eli DeCounter took it away. Off to Whitman. Over to DeCounter, he'll shoot shot. Got it to go, and that's how the day's been going. 40-17 at the lead here, 23-point lead here. Kendrick with it, and we've got a foul whistle. Matt Whitman whistled for the personal. That'll be his second, first on the team in this second half of play. And Western will bring it inbound underneath the near side of the free throw line, and they promptly throw it away. And I tell you, Reese Dunker's look, if you could see him there in the corner, said everything about today for the Wildcats. Into Copeland, back to Whitman. Now the Cyclones play here. They lead by 23. 6 minutes left to go in this quarter. Eli DeCounter with it, over to Clark. Clark down for Copeland. Copeland drilling, puts up the 3, is fouled as he went up with it. And so Braden Copeland will be at the free throw line for 3. Copeland sets himself at the line. Free throw number 1 is good. Ready's the second one. It is good. And now we'll shoot the last one. And it is good. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to announce quick stoppage in play here as Braden Copeland has just scored his 1,000th career point. Congratulations, Braden. And Braden Copeland scoring his 1,000th career point here this afternoon. And the Cyclones lead here by 26, so it has been a festive afternoon. It has been all Cyclones here in this one. 43-17, they lead it. Over to Fessler, up to Kendrick. Kendrick holding it in the backcourt. That one, Bowen is fouled as he and Brody Cordell went up for it. A very dangerous pass. As the third team foul on the Cyclones. Ross ready to trigger it inbounds. Looks. Into Fessler. Fessler bouncing out for Bowen. Bowen back for Fessler. Takes a look at it, drives down, goes up, puts it up, missed the shot. and lost it. And we've got a foul underneath. And we've got a foul on Brody Cordell. Cordell will pick up his third, and Orr will be up at the free throw line to shoot. Free throw on the way, and it is good. So makes the first. Brady's the second. And it is no good. Eli to counter out with the rebound. Off to Copeland, and Copeland will work it up here for West Prairie. He comes down, kicks it over for DeCounter. DeCounter puts up three. It is short. Got his own rebound, however. Out to Clark. Clark up for Copeland. Copeland going to work it out here. Drive, and we've got a illegal screen on Cordell. That's his fourth. So that's going to bring Ruger Olson into the game. Brody Cordell will go out. 5:14 left to go here in the third quarter of play, and I'm going to tell you folks, we're going to be lucky if we get that regional game going on time. As Bowen with it, swinging it over to Fessler. Fessler waits, holds, back in the corner. They continue to work that near side over to Ross in the lane. Kendrick, he'll shoot the 15-footer and good. Did a lot of that in the JV game. It is 43-20 now. Cyclones work it here to counter. Pulls up, 17-footer. Nobody came and got him. Eli to counter, knocks it home and makes it 45-20. Right back comes Western. Looking to load Orr in the paint. And they've got an offensive foul on Orr as he pushing the, and I thought he did quite a bit of that in the first half play, had that forearm braced against Brody Cordell. And now coming in, Colin Forbus. Again, thank you very much, April Smith, for making me aware of that. Whitman with it, holds on and trapped out top there, comes over for the counter on the pass. 4:20 left to go here as they work it around. DeCounter looking for somewhere to go. Up to Copeland. Copeland out for Whitman. Whitman drives, cut off. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Ian Conkling. Not happy with what he saw there. We'll talk it over as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Coming in for whether it's OB or just your women's health can be a very scary, kind of daunting experience. So it's nice that we have this welcoming, state-of-the-art space to bring our patients into. I think the best part of my job is being able to take care of women and just make them feel empowered and know that we're here for them, that their problems are real, that their concerns are real, and we just want to give them the best care possible. Nothing makes me feel better than when my patients tell me this is the most comfortable they've ever felt at a women's health exam.
Back here, 45-20, halfway mark of the third quarter of play. As Copeland will bring it inbounds here. In for Matt Whitman. Whitman comes down the far side, looking to get it to Copeland out top, trying to go, actually tried to load Clark on the back door cut. Couldn't get it, switches direction, puts it up and in. Kept looking out, and defense went with him, and so 47-20. Cyclone by 27, Ruger Olson pressuring Flint to Kendrick. Kendrick fakes, dumps down to Forbus. Forbus out to Fessler. Fessler bobbled a bit to Flint. Now they'll bring it out of there. Over to Flint, has it knocked away. Fessler gets it back, bounces into Kendrick. Kendrick nearly had it taken away, and a foul. Foul's going to be on Matt Whitman. Whitman picks up his third. And we'll have free throws coming. That's the 15th foul on West Prairie. And up at the free throw line, Riley Kendrick. Free throw on the way. It is good. So cuts it to a 26-point deficit for the Wildcats. Second one is good. So 47-22. 3:25 left to go here in this third quarter as Copeland works it up over to Whitman. Whitman looking forward to counter. Swings it to him on the pass. The counter over to Clark. Clark holds, bounces down for Whitman. He'll shoot quick jumper, no good. Copeland had the rebound for a minute, squirts loose, and Flint on it. The counter wisely ties him up. Jump ball, possession arrow will go with the Cyclones. The counter. Waits, holds. Into Copeland. Copeland over to Whitman. Swinging to Clark. Down in the paint to the counter. He'll put it up. Put it in and good. Eli to counter able to make a nice catch. Put it up and in. 49-22. Cyclones by 27. Over to Flint. Flint 3 on the way. It is no good. Copeland with the rebound. He's got a run out. Flint trying to chase him. Lays it up. Lays it in and good. 51-22. 29-point lead here. 2.5 clock rolling. In this third quarter, Fessler up for Western. Gives a look at Kendrick. No, to Flint on the pass. In the lane to Kendrick. Stolen by Whitman. Whitman trying to get out of trouble. He'll drive it in. Puts it up. Nope. Offensive foul. Yep. Cleared out. And on Whitman, that's his fourth. Substitution. Ross going to come in for Western. He'll replace Fessler. And Caden Little will go in for West Prairie. And Matt Whitman trying to create space there. Ross going to walk it up here. 2:20 left to go in the third. Over to Forbes. Forbes looking in at Orr. Finds Kendrick or Covington and tipped away by Copeland. Eli to counter, leads it up the court, comes to Copeland. Copeland going lane. Spins back to Caden Little. Little no good. Rebound chased and out of there with it. To work it. The counter steps up, nobody took him, shoots the three, no good. And the rebound, Forbes down. Off in the hands of Ross, and we work down a minute 45 left in the third. 51-22, 29-point lead for the Cyclones. Covington in the lane to Orr. Orr shoots shot and gets it to go. Who has it 51-24. Braden Copeland walking it up. Gives it to DeCounter. DeCounter. Cut off there, comes to Little. Little, a bounce, and then gives it to DeCounter. Cyclones working it around here as Ross draped all over him, coming to Clark. Clark, screen from Little. And they're going to whistle Covington for knocking over Little. And Little did a good job there. And I believe that will put Caden Little up at the free throw line. Nope, actually it'll be ball under the basket. Bowen will check in. Kendrick will go out. Copeland looking in and finally lobs it out to Clark. Clark gets it over to Copeland. Copeland for DeCounter. DeCounter top of the key, waits, holds, comes to Little. Little puts it on the floor, passes for Olson over to the near side now. And they're going to whistle Covington once again for running through the screens. Copeland looking in, comes into Little. Little has his pass tapped. The counter able to gather it. Dribbles down, kind of looked out for Caden Little. Little puts it up, gets it to go. Caden Little, how about that on senior day? Puts it up, puts it in, makes it 53-24. Cyclones leading here. They bring it in lane to Orr, and Ryan Clark fouls him from behind. So Orr's going to be up at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Free throw is good. Orr makes the first. Ready the second one. It is good as well. So 53-26. Cyclones bring it in to Braden Copeland. 35 seconds left to go and counting here in this third quarter. As they go to work, Copeland down the lane, has it stripped away. And then Caden Little able to take it back to Copeland. And they'll back it at her. Forbes all over him, watching Braden Copeland all over the court. And Copeland, three on the way, no good. Rebound Covington out of there with it to Orr over to Bowen. Ross gonna put up into the corner, no good. At the end of 3 quarters of play, 53-26, 27-point lead for the Cyclones. Let's take this timeout on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And we're back here for this fourth quarter coming up here. And as I laughed, I said, well, we probably aren't going to be on time for that regional game. That's the way it always goes in these type of things. Because whenever you try to ram 3 games in one, we had an overtime JV game. As the Cyclone ladies will be next. Getting a home game now, folks, if you wonder why. In a regional now, the quarterfinal matches do come in the at the higher seed site. Ross going to put up a 3, no good. And Braden Copeland out of there with it. Copeland in a hurry, challenging Bowen, lays it up, missed it. Rebound fought for, and Forbes is out of there with it. Forbes is going to be fouled by Eli DeCounter. That'll be the first on the team. Inbounds to Fessler. Fessler walks it up here, holds, comes over to Forbes in the corner. His 3 on the way. It is no good. And if they've hit a 3, I don't remember it. Been pretty dry shooting for the Wildcats. Eli DeCounter out top with it, over to Clark. Swinging to Whitman. Whitman, he'll toe up the 3, gets it to stick. The sports corner 3 for Matt Whitman. I believe that's his 3rd of the contest. It'll make it a 56-26. Ross with it for Western, out to Fessler. Fessler dribbling, gives it over to Forbes. Forbes will be fouled. And if that's on Matt Whitman, he has fouled out. And Matt Whitman has fouled out of the game. Ruger Olson will check in. Been a pretty balanced scoring day. Whitman had 10, 18 in the game for Copeland. Clark with 10 and DeCounter with 13. Inbounds comes to Fessler. Fessler, jumper no good, and Clark's out of there with the rebound. Clark up to Copeland. Copeland over to DeCounter. DeCounter wheels it. Trying to find somebody to come get it. Telling Braden Copeland to come get it. Now to Copeland. Copeland, very elusive. Out to Ruger Olson. Ruger Olson dribbling on Kendrick. Comes to Cordell. Over to Copeland. Down for Cordell. Cordell trying to get his bearings. Shoot, shot won't go. Rebound tipped and pulled down there by Western. Fessler on the dribble drive. Goes up with it and double dribbled with it as he turned it over. And so the Cyclones will come back the other way. We do have the running clock here. There's Copeland. Looking around, running guys through. His guys trying to, Eli DeCounter, wide open 3, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Ross, but Clark able to slide from behind him and take it. Over to Olsen. Ruger Olsen stripped by Fessler. And he'll come back the other way. He has a 2-on-2 break. Goes up, shoot, shot, no good. Rebound, tip. Forbes had it. And Copeland able to take it away. Braden Copeland working out top there is Forbes Eller, and they're going to give Forbes the reach in. Caden Little back in. Brody Cordell out for West Prairie. Now Covington in. Ross going out for the Wildcats. Trying to get it in and finally into Braden Copeland in the backcourt. 4.5 left to go here in the ball game as the Cyclones bring it up. Copeland getting ahead out to DeCounter. He'll pump a 3. No good. Rebound climbing high for it. A fight for it under the basket. Covington to Orr. Off to Forbes, up to Fessler. Fessler on the lane. And Caden Little going to pick up the 5th. As he was trying to get out of the way. And now up at the free throw line will be Fessler. Sub coming in. Flint going to have to replace Forbes as Forbes has blood on his arm. Fessler. Free throw is no good. 3.5 left to go and clock rolling in this one. And Braden Copeland going to have to come out. He has blood on his jersey. So they'll have to put someone in to replace him. And they'll put Cam Melvin in, I believe. Actually, Copeland will just switch jerseys. As Fessler will step up to the free throw line. Free throw is up by Fessler. It is no good to counter the board. And they'll work it up here. Cyclones will probably let the air out of the ball. 56-26 their lead here. Over to DeCounter. DeCounter wheels around out top. Come back over to Copeland. Copeland in the lane. Stop, shoot, and traveled with it before he went to shoot. Wholesale substitutions here. Bryce Kofer. Also, Dunn coming, and then also Hunter Having in. Actually, that is Jacob Swanke in for Western as they go to work here. Flint bringing it back over, bouncing into Having. Having puts it up, rolls it in. Gets a bucket back for the Wildcats. We go under 2 minutes left to go here in this one. Eli DeCounter near side, looks to drive, wheeling it out here, trying to get somebody to come to him, driving in, spins, waits, out to Cordell. Cordell bouncing for Copeland. Copeland back to DeCounter. DeCounter a couple of bounces. Out for Copeland. He'll drive in and traveled with it again. Substitution, Jason Faust, Dalen McCartney, Cam Melvin, and Jair Flora Durham will come in. Starters out for West Prairie. And so a big senior day. Now coming up with it. Flint working it. He's looking for somebody to come to him. Swings it over for Kendrick. Kendrick holds it above his head. Now we're for Having. Having driving on Flora Durham, and Jair Flora Durham given the foul. It'll be out of bounds here as Kofer will bring it in. Ruger Olsen coming out. And Max French in. And it comes to Flint. Down for Kendrick. Kendrick holding on here. 40 seconds left to go in the contest. Kendrick dribbles on Melvin. Holds and waits. Comes out top for Kofer. Kofer drives in, puts it up, won't go, and a rebound. Faust down with it. Cyclones will walk it up here. Pardon me. Go to work. In the lane to French, back to Flora Durham. He'll go up, shoot shot, no good. Rebound tip, McCartney with it. He'll shoot, won't go. Gets his own rebound again, shoots again. And Kendrick pulls it down. That's going to do it here. 56-28, the final score. As the Cyclones take out Western in a big win here at home. Tell you what, folks, we're going to wrap it up quick as we've got another game to get to here, so we'll wrap it up quick. Be back in just a couple moments. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.